Tuesday's vlog, Culotta and the Prince, wrapping up today's show. We talked to Drew Nettles, the head coach. I know him. Not as well as Cade, but I do know him. Head coach.
Don't be smart.
That wasn't a shot there, Cade. At you. Head coach Drew Nettles of Denham Springs, Caleb Roddy, defensive end, 12th commitment to the class of LSU 2016. Roddy's a guy we've talked about for a while. He's young. He's 16 years old going into his senior season, but every college in America came knocking on the door to Nettles' program about his defensive end. Coach Ogeron and Kevin Steele were telling him, look, we just want to see you at camp. If you are what we believe you to be, you should walk away with an offer. Yesterday, he gets the offer, commits on the spot.
Hi, I'm Captain Khaki, by the way. Good morning. Yeah. Didn't plan this, just grabbed the Astros hat and it was cold, so I had this on. Caleb Roddy is a good-looking football player, a guy that's got his best football ahead of him, and a guy that, look, he made it no secret. He wanted to get an LSU offer, did what they asked him to do, which was to come into camp and work out, earn the offer. And look, grand scheme of things, big picture-wise, everything that you look at here, a guy who came in and competed and listened to coaching, those things matter. If the coaching staff say, we want you to come in, we want you to work, he shows up, doesn't take a rep off, works in the morning and the afternoon, did everything that they wanted. If they said, hey, we want to give us a look at this, he gave them a look. That shows coachability. It shows talent. It shows a willingness to be a part of your program. Off the charts there for Caleb Roddy.
John Havens, co-owner of the Houston Astros, LSU alum, the guy who handed over the hats to the Houston Astros here. Look, he told us, Bregman, number 2 overall on Monday, the selection by the Houston Astros. Best player available there. The scouting department had fallen in love with his effort, his energy, just his instincts on the field. And he answered the question. They believe he's a natural shortstop.
Yeah, they do. They believe, and again, when you get to that level and you're dealing with Major League Draft, it's about accumulation of assets. So the fact that Carlos Correa just came up yesterday, made his Major League debut, it's not something that they factor into this. What they want is they want to get as many good players as they can. If he's a guy that can play second or short or third or wherever else for them, fine. But the other thing that they look at here is that if he's good enough to get to that point in time where he can be a pro ball player, if they have another guy who's better or another guy who's a better, who's whatever has the most value to them, they will utilize. And if that value is to help them get a pitcher or to help them get power, they'll utilize it that way. And look, it's great for us. We like Alex Bregman. He's fun to watch. He's going to be 4 hours down the road down I-10. It's a pretty good deal.
This weekend he'll be in Omaha with his LSU baseball team. Tigers are going to take on TCU 2 o'clock on Sunday. Will Davis every Tuesday morning here at 8:30 talked about the preparation. Another day off for the guys as it's day 2 of the draft. And Coach Davis told us, look, a lot of the roster is going to get their name called today. You asked him about some of the guys that are making their first trips up there. Lang, Poche. How do you handle it? We remember 2013, that group was kind of eyes a little big at the stage at TD Ameritrade for the first time. What do you make of that storyline?
Well, I think it's definitely something to pay attention to because, again, what we've seen the last couple of years is that it's definitely a pitcher's park. Yep. So the young pitchers can, if it remains a pitcher's park, I want to see how the balls change. If it opens up the offense a little bit. I know LSU defensively is strong, but the other thing is that Jake Fraley is the only position player that's out there in the field, Fraley and Hale, that warrant guys that were on the roster right. and play and at least went to Omaha one time before that are going to be in your starting lineup. If they face a left-hander, Danny Zardone will be a guy that as a hitter. But in terms of guys that have played in that field, those two guys, and it's Hale and Fraley. Everybody else has been up there and they understand what's to be expected of them. So I don't think that there's going to be a lot of wide-eyed excitement or anything of that sort. I think it's guys that understand what they're supposed to do. And I think that's really going to that means something here, Jordy. I mean, people have talked about that ballpark for the last couple of years as though that's the opponent that you're playing against, not TCU or anybody else. So I think that's where the interest for me lies in seeing that the more experienced guys are still around there.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045 ESPN. Check us out daily, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. for Culotta and the Prince.